Hi, this is Amy Lippmann from healthcoachva.com, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a broadcast message in Aweber. First let's talk about what a broadcast is. A broadcast is a message that you decide to send out on a specific date and time. So your newsletters would get sent out as a broadcast, or if you were sending out promotional emails that you wanted to go out on specific dates, those would get sent out as broadcasts. The other type of message, if you go into messages here, you'll see in Aweber there's broadcast, but there's also something called a follow-up series. I just want to explain the difference. So a follow-up series is something that gets sent out based on when the person was added to your list. So let's say you're running a cleanse or a detox and you want people to get a welcome email as soon as they register for your program. That would be sent as a follow-up message. Person gets added to your list, you have an email set up that is set up to go out immediately when the person registers. That's different than a broadcast that goes out on a specific date and time. So let's talk about how to set up a broadcast message. So the first thing you need to do is you need to select your list, and you do that here in the upper left. And if you don't have the list created yet, you would click here, Create and Manage Lists. And when you do that, you can click Create a List, and we can just call this Test List, and save the settings. Whoops. Test list, it doesn't let you use the same name. So we're just going to select Cleanse Summer 13 as the name. We're going to save our settings. And then you can skip this Personalize Your List section, but then up here, Confirmed Opt-in, we're going to go there. And this is where you can decide if you want people, when they're added to your list, if you want them to receive an email with a link that they have to click on to confirm their subscription. In this case, I would turn that off. Save your settings. Okay, so your list is all set up. So now we've got our list selected here. Make sure you're choosing the right list, who you want the broadcast to go to. And then you go to Messages and you click on Broadcasts. And we're going to create your first broadcast. So click that little arrow, and here's where you can select what type of editor you want to use. I like their previous message editor. I find that the easiest to use. It gives me the most flexibility. So I'm going to show you how to use that one. Okay, so now you're going to enter your subject. So you might have something like reminder, cleanse kickoff call is tomorrow. And then you would put the substance of your email here, and you can just type that in there. If you're copying and pasting from a document, I recommend you strip the formatting out. Otherwise, you may end up with an email that doesn't look quite the way that you want it to look. And the way you can do that is through a program called Notepad. I'm going to show you this program. So you would just open Notepad. Most people have that on their computer. Say you're copying from a Word document, copy the text, paste it in here, then copy the text again, and paste it in here. Now, one of the things that I like to do is I like to have short line lengths in emails that I send out. That makes it easier for people to read. And the way that you can do that is by setting up a table. I'm going to show you how to do that. So here's the table icon. Click on that. Click on Insert Table. You want to select one row, one column. I like the width to be 450 pixels. We're going to change that. And then I don't want there to be a border on the column like you're seeing here on the table. So I go to Options up here at the top, and I select that I want the border width to be 0 pixels. I don't actually want a border. And I select my border color to be white, and I click OK, and then I click Insert, and there I have my table. So now this is where you would insert the text. So let's say you want to put a greeting, hi, and you want to have their first name. The way you pull in their first name is through this personalized link. Click on that. And if you want their first name, you click on First Name Fix, and you see it just shows up there. So hi, and that will show the first name, comma, and then I would just enter my text. And then, new paragraph, and then warmly, and your name. You can edit the font. You copy everything. Up here is where you can do that. So you can select, say, Arial, a nice simple font. I use that in my emails. You can change the font size. You can make the text smaller or bigger. I like 3 for most of the emails that I send out. If you want to bold important text, you can do that up here. If you want to make something a color, you can do that here. I do like to keep things simple, but I do find bolding works well to draw people's attention. So there you've got your email. You do want to make sure you have a plain text version of your message. So the way that I do that is simply by copying what's up here, and I insert it down here. And then if you want to attach files, let's say it's the day before the kickoff call for your cleanse, and you want to provide a guide, you want to attach their guide, their recipe packet, and any other handouts, you would just click on Attach a File and browse on your computer to those files. I believe one by one, and then you would attach the file, and that will show up as attachments in their email. So what we're going to do now is we're going to save the message, and I'm going to show you how you can send yourself a test. So you can see now it's under drafts, and you can send yourself a test by clicking the Send a Test link, and just click Send a Test. And it says the email was sent, and I can close this. And I do recommend you send yourself a test because you may catch some typos, you may catch some formatting things you want to fix. Then when you're ready, it's done. Well, if you need to go back in, you just click on the link and you can go back in. And when you're ready to schedule it, you can go down here and click Use Scheduler and select the day. So let's say you want this to go out on July 14th at 2 p.m. Select the time and click Save Message. And you'll see when we get to the next page that it's going to show up under Scheduled. So you see the email. It's scheduled for July 14th at 2 p.m. You can cancel that if you need to go in and edit it, or you decide you don't want that email to go out. You can go ahead and do that as well. So there you have it. That's how you create a broadcast in Aweber. So I hope that this makes you a little bit more comfortable getting your hands wet and setting up those emails in Aweber. Thanks a lot for tuning in.